Most industry experts these days point to iFootage as one of the brands with the most color accurate, stable and budget-friendly LED lights, and for good reason. In front of me here are 3 lights from iFootage: the SL1 200DNA, the SL1 130BNA and the SL1 60DNA, where B is for bicolored and D for daylight only. These lights are supposed to render extremely high color accuracy, can be controlled via the mobile app called the Lumin Plus, and should be practically easy to use in different lighting scenarios that make life on set easier. And before we go talking more about these lights, I'd like to let you know that iFootage sent me these lights and some other accessories which I will showcase later in this video. They are not sponsoring this video, but this video has an actual sponsor. More on that later. I have used all 3 of these lights to light different projects, from lighting a boxer in the gym to lighting a scripted reality show and even lighting myself in previous YouTube videos. More on that later on in this video as well. Now, the technology behind these 3 lights is one that iFootage brags about so much, and I haven't found it in any other light except for one which I'll talk about later in the video. That is the boldly imprinted LED 4.0 on the body of this light. iFootage claimed that this is the next gen tech designed to dramatically reduce the intensity of blue light to more accurately simulate natural light, therefore improving color accuracy. For a quick overview of these lights, they are very well made from a mixture of aluminum, alloy, stainless steel and polycarbonate. The SL1 200DNA, a daylight only 200 watt light, and the biggest amongst the 3 here, has a 230 watt power draw and has mainly been my key light here in the studio. Paired with iFootage 90cm parabolic softbox, it features a full Bowens mount, an umbrella hole, a hand grip so you can easily handle the light, an info screen and 2 multifunctional control knobs. The SL1 30BNA and the SL1 60DNA on the other hand feature the same multifunctional control knobs and an info screen, but you do not have a full Bowens mount. You need iFootage Bowens adapter to be able to use Bowens accessories. They can also be powered via USB-C power delivery source like a VMAN battery or power bank, as well as DC. The size of both the 130 and 60 is what I really like, because you can easily travel with them both and they are strong enough to serve as a key and backlight for an interview shoot. The SL1 30BNA, a 130 watt bicolored light, has a temperature range of 2700 to 6500 Kelvin and requires about 140 watts of power draw, while the 60 watt version requires about 85 watts of power draw. All these 3 lights feature special effects but do not have green magenta correction, and that might be due to the fact that they use LED 4.0 tech, so they should be precise. If I am wrong, as I am no gaffer or authority in the field, please leave a comment in the comment section below. And yes, this is an opportunity to say, please like the video and subscribe. All 3 lights also have one very significant feature: studio mode. And just in case you're wondering what studio mode is or have not heard of it before, when enabled, studio mode allows these lights to retain their settings if there's a power failure or disconnection and the power is restored. So say for instance you were filming and boom, light out. If power was restored like 2 minutes later, the lights would switch back on automatically to the exact same settings you had in before outage. This is something you don't see in a lot of lights. Normally you'd have to start dialing back your settings and in most cases forget what they were. This is something I use a lot, as most times I power down my lights from the wall itself instead of from the light. Now to the sponsor of today's video, Zike Tech. If you're a creator and most especially if you shoot with your smartphone, you definitely need something like this. This is the Zike next level USB-C magnetic SSD for your iPhone 15, 16 and 17 Pro. This little device is a powerhouse with speeds of up to 990 megabits per second, which allows you to record up to 4K 120 frames per second, and it also features a color display and features a cooling fan. And once you're done shooting with your phone, you can just connect directly to your computer and edit directly off it. The Zike portable SSD is ideal for your everyday use. Comes with a long actual USB-C cables in case you use an iPhone Pro or iPhone Pro Max. Supports power delivery of up to 27 watts if you wish to keep your iPhone charged while shooting or connect a wireless mic receiver. It's also available in 256 gig, 512 gig, 1 terabyte and 2 terabyte sizes. As mentioned previously, these lights are substantially portable to travel with. I used them to light some projects I was involved in. The first one, a dating show, featured two subjects behind a bright window. My key light was the SL1 200 DNA with iFootage softbox lantern, while the 130 and 60 were used as fill lights at opposite sides of the frame with their reflectors on them. The second project was lighting Ray, who is also a filmmaker and boxer in the gym where he usually trains. We shot an interview and then some sparring shots of Ray. So today we're doing a short documentary on Ray. Ray is a filmmaker as well, as a YouTuber as well, and also into boxing. So I'm just asking Ray casual questions, what he thinks about boxing. It really means a lot to him. You guys will get to see the video, but I'm talking about lighting, and I'm lighting this setup or this interview with the iFootage SL1 DNA. So this is a daylight only light, and I have it at around, I think 43%. Let me make sure, yeah, about 43.9%. I'm using the iFootage 90 centimeter softbox. And for holding this light is the iFootage Cobra. Very, very solid light stand. With this, you don't need any legs, so you don't have to kick and fall. So that's what's holding this heavy, what I'll call a heavy light setup. You can add sandbags to the legs or to the base to keep it rock solid, but you can see I have nothing holding it. I could just hold the light adapter up there and it stood the test of time. But to backlight Ray, if you come over here, please, I have the 60-watt version, which is the SL160, also a daylight fixture that can be powered via DC to a V-mount battery or to a power bank that can power it. So that's it on a light stand with a reflector, which is giving Ray that backlight. So if you come over here to the camera, and I'll show you how the lights can be affected if I turn it on and off. And that's turning everything off using the iFootage mobile app. So I just press once, everything comes on, and that is my setup with everything turned off. And I'll backlight Ray now, and that's the difference it makes to the backlight. And then I'll apply my key, and you can do such setups with just two lights. The rest of the color lights are just third-party lights that I'm using to like add some separation in the shot. When I had Ray up in the ring, I had the gym light switched up except for the top-down light used by the gym. Once again, my backlight was a single SL1 130 to backlight Ray. In this setup, I was out of reach of wall sockets, so I had to rely on powering using a V-mount battery. This was the same setup I had when I shot Ray punching on the bag, one single SL1 130 as kind of a side light. Now here in my studio, the SL1 200 is usually my key light. The Suncrafter S200B, a bicolored light, is my top-down light, while I use the SL1 60 as my backlight with a reflector attached to it. Currently, I have no backlight. Alright, for fan noise, I have my mic just above from frame. I have the SL200 connected. I'm going to power it on. I was already on, I already had it powered on. And I'm going to increase the brightness of the light. This is currently at 0%. I have a camera here. That's 40%. And let me see if I can get it up to 100% so you can hear how loud the fans are. Currently, the fans are off, and this should be like overexposed. That is just warming up a bit. I'm going to connect the SL130 to a V-mount battery. I have a V-mount battery here, the Hypercorner 9 Mini. It has a display to show you that it's connected or how many minutes are left. I'm using, I think that's B or P tap to DC, and I have the light powered on at 50% brightness. So these are 50% brightness, and I'll just push it up to 100%. Let's see if we have the fans spin up. The fans hasn't kicked on yet. The 200-watt version still hasn't kicked in terms of the fans. So both lights are 100% brightness and everything here is overexposed. The 200-watt version has just begun to spin. You can hear the fans. And so that's how it sounds at a distance away from the mic at 100% brightness. You saw how long it took for the fan to kick in. I'll just power it off, and this guy here has still not, the fan still haven't kicked in. Alright, the fan just kicked in, and this is how it sounds at 100% brightness with the fans on. Since you're able to power the SL130 and the SL160 via DC and power delivery, I did some tests using my SmallRig X99 TouchSmart battery. In DC mode, I was able to power both slides to 100% brightness. For the SL130 with the battery 100%, the battery tells me I can run the light for 1 hour and 90 minutes and for 2 hours 40 minutes at 50% brightness. For the SL160 at about 100% brightness and a fully charged battery, the battery tells me I am able to run it for 1 hour and 40 minutes and 2 hours and 36 minutes at 50% brightness. In power delivery mode via USB-C using the same battery, I was able to get both lights 100% brightness, something I have struggled with on some other V-mount batteries. Now to the other lights that I have and have seen with the LED 4.0 technology, the Suncrafter S200B Pro, and this is the killer I'm using to light myself. This is another very silent light I own and I've reviewed on this channel. This is such a great light that also has the ability to output 310 watts of power even though it's rated at 200 watts. I also own the Suncrafter S300C and the F200B Pro matte light. That's my overhead light now. And since all these lights use the same Lumen Plus mobile app, it's very easy to control all of them here in the studio. Now to the pros and what I like about using all these lights. Number one is that they are super quiet. These are some of the most quiet lights I have ever used. Next is that I like how they render colors. Third pro for me is the compactness of the 130 and the 60. Fourth is their solid and premium build quality. While the last thing for me is the studio mode feature, a very underrated but useful feature. Now, these aren't cons per se, as I do not really have the need for them, but what I would like to see in future versions of this light is DMX and maybe CRMX controls, green magenta correction if that's necessary for such light, and a smaller, more portable version of the SL1 200 DNA. I know it is possible considering the fact that there are portable 300 watts lights out there. So having such color accurate lights in a smaller form factor would be super ideal for run and gun and solo shooting or solo shooters like myself. So that's it for another review video. You should definitely consider the iFootage light, and if you are looking for other variations of this light, maybe in bi-colored versions, you can check Amazon or the iFootage website linked in the description below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop any questions you may have below in the comment section below, and check the links in the description if you want to get one for yourself. Remember, it's your Filmmaker. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.